guys, what's up? It's Joe Raiti from Raiti's Rides. We're here in Santa Monica, California for an exciting vehicle, and this is it right next to me. This is the refresh, updated, tweaked up 2022 Acura RDX A-Spec, and for the first time, A-Spec with the advanced package. But before we get into this sporty, compact luxury SUV, let's talk about what's going on here. Acura. They've been doing the business since 1986, that premium brand from Honda. So many great nameplates. Now, obviously, in the 21st century, SUVs are still the name of the game, this being the smaller of the two Acura SUVs. You have your larger one is going to be the MDX. This is the compact, this is the RDX. Now, for 2022, they decided to take some special tweakings from the MDX, bring it to the smaller sibling, and really kind of evoke a sportier style, but now being able to combine the advanced package and getting a lot of that tech goodies inside, and then on top of that, a new interior color and a couple new color options for you. But what I want to know is this top-selling compact luxury sport SUV really the best in the class when it comes to sales? Is this still the one to buy over another competitor that has received some tweakings as well, the BMW X3? We're gonna find out. We're gonna dive in our Apex Blue RDX A-Spec with the advanced package and find out, do you go X3 or do you go RDX? Let's go ahead and dive in. Right off the bat, the changes for 2022 are very prominent at the front of the business. So it gives the illusion of a little extra width by changing this lower corner here. Plucked right from the RDX, we have functional, not fake, but functional side air curtains. Just a little bit of gloss black, and I think my favorite element design is how they extend that front fascia all the way to the corner and really gives it that unique identity that combines it with the bigger brother, the MDX. Of course, you're gonna get that jewel style LED, multi-LED headlight. We got LED daytime running lamps and our turn signals. And remember, those daytime running lamps are known as chicane daytime running lamps because of that race connection that Acura's been racing for many, many years, all the way back in 1986. As you work your way down, we have new, tweaked, and revised LED fog lamps. I like the way that if I didn't point it out to you, you probably would not have even noticed it. But where you're gonna notice it, of course, is when you're driving at night. A little bit of gloss black, that's gonna be part of the A-Spec package on that lower corner. When you go a non-A-Spec, you're gonna get some shiny chrome bits. So if you want that sporty style to really be throughout from the front to the back, go A-Spec. I don't think you're gonna be disappointed. Little bit of flat black along the bottom, and then as we coast in front of that precision crafted performance grille, that precision grille, it's all about going back and trying to get some of that greatness from the Integra, the original NSX, all those great models, and bringing it to the current lineup. You got that prominent Acura badge right smack dab in the center, forward-facing camera, and I love the design elements, how it flows out from the Acura badge, really shows motion, even though obviously we're not moving right now. And then when it comes to A-Spec, you're gonna get gloss black around the perimeter, and you can see with that revision, they really stretched the grille out, and I really think it gives it an even more unique, sporty identity, especially when you're comparing it to the X3. X3 has more of a traditional BMW style with the kidney grills. Now on the lower portion, on the A-Spec, you'll see how they revised the lower grille area, fully functional, because remember, right behind there, we have that large size intercooler. Still running turbocharged power, still being intercooled to give us that performance. And then when we get up onto the hood, everything comes to a point. Really nice, clean, rises up, drifts towards the windshield, and then I love the boomerang shape that they have on each side, especially from when you're behind the wheel. It allows you to have nice visual reference points, and all the body lines are gonna have that nice, close fit and finish that you expect from this premium Japanese brand. Now, as we come around the bend, what are we working with? Wheel and tire setup. Of course, we have some updated wheels. These are 20-inch wheels. They call this color shark gray. I've actually seen the 25 different shark species that they sampled to get this shark gray color. Nice metallic, multi-spoke design. Of course, when you go A-Spec, you're gonna get a little bit bigger rotor, fully ventilated, and because we have the advanced package, we now have adaptive dampers all four corners on the A-Spec, and they have been tweaked specifically for this particular new revision. Now, when it comes to tire, you're looking at 255 on the width, obviously 20-inch diameter because it's a 20-inch diameter wheel, 20-inch tire, 255 on the width, 45 series sidewall, and we have the SH all-wheel drive. What does SH stand for? You would think it's super happy because driving this is probably gonna make you super happy, but it's that super handling all-wheel drive. Can actually take 70% of the power, send it to the rear wheels. That's a nice feeling, especially when you're carving your favorite twisty roads, or maybe even doing an autocross event. But really, the color with our Apex Blue is one of my favorites on any Acura product. I love the way there's no flat black around the fender treatment, and then of course that A-Spec badge, nicely placed, good size, nothing too gaudy, nothing too over the top, lets you know that you have that sportier style trim. Color matched on the mirror caps, LED, very, very tiny and close to the color on your turn signals on the mirror cap. Of course, we're gonna have color matched door handles. A-Spec, a little bit of gloss black with that butter knife design. This thing's gonna carve through the corners like a hot knife through butter. You got that flare out on the rear, gloss black on the A-Spec. Just a little bit of flat black, which I think is smart. It's gonna take a better beating. You can see from the side, everything looks the same, and that is a good thing, except for the revised wheels and tires. Love the roof line, good size on the quarter window, and then the body lines, the way it comes up shows that movement of that precision crafted performance. And then working our way towards the rear, I like what they did with the rear bumper element. Great style still with the tail lights, LED brake lights, obviously not LED turn signals, so we're gonna go ahead and zonk that. But you do have a nice low roof spoiler, some gloss black, and it would have been fantastic if they would have taken this wiper and tucked it underneath. But other than that, look at the badge. It's actually sunk into the rear lift gate, the way the bodywork kind of encompasses around it and comes out to meet it. RDX, super handling all-wheel drive. Drop it like it's hot. What do we got? This beautiful gloss black rear diffuser. One massive exhaust outlet on each side. It's a nice slash cut, aluminum finish to it. And we got our clean cut A-Spec badge. Really, really think they cleaned it up for 2022. Let's pop the hood and see what's powering our RDX A-Spec. All right, guys, we got the hood popped. It does have hydraulic hood struts, which is a nice touch. And underneath the hood, I dig the engine cover. Simple, tasteful, that's all you need. And guess what? You still got some Type R engineering underneath the hood. You're looking at that 2-liter inline-4 turbocharged engine. I guess the bummer and the zonk when it comes to the engine, no extra horsepower for 2022. That would have been nice to have maybe 300 horsepower, but you know what? Beggars can't be choosers. 272 horsepower, 280 pound-feet of torque. It is mated to that slick shifting 10-speed automatic transmission with the super handling all-wheel drive is gonna give you 0 to 60 in about 6.4 seconds. Top speed, 115 miles an hour. MPGs, 21 in the city, 26 on the highway, and the vehicle weighs around 4,080 pounds. Retuned suspension, like I said, for 2022, and you got those 12.4-inch brake rotors up front, and that ability for power to be sent to the rear, which is wonderful, 70% of it, and also side to side. But why don't we go ahead, let's get to the interior and see what 2022 brings to the new refreshed RDX. All right, guys, we're here in California, Santa Monica, and we are in this 2022 Acura RDX A-Spec. I know you're saying to yourself, well, Joe, how long has the RDX been around? I feel like it's been around a long time. Well, let me answer your first question. The RDX has been around, like I said, since 2006. It's been that go-to for so many people with a compact luxury SUV need. Now, I know you're probably saying, well, Joe, I know I haven't pulled the trigger on an RDX yet, but I think that this might be the one. How much is it? The great news is you can get into an entry-level RDX for an MSRP of $39,300. Our particular one, which remember is new for model year 2022, where you can get the A-Spec and the advanced package and put them together, you're looking at an MSRP of $51,300. Let's see what you get for the money to the door panels. Now, what I love about Acura is that they use real material. So what I mean by that is you're gonna get really nice soft material up top, and then as you transition to where the door handle is, that is actual aluminum finish, not plastic, real aluminum. Alcantara as you slide to the right with that contrast stitching. You'll notice on the armrest we have new for 2022, Orchid white color, really makes it pop. And then look at that speaker grill cover. Like it says, we have the multi-speaker ELS Studio 3D sound system. Door pocket, pretty good size. You can get a couple In-N-Out burgers in there, maybe 4 Pink's chili dogs, and a bottle of kombucha to wash it all down. Going from the door panel to the dash, more soft touch material, the Alcantara, the stitch work, just a little bit of gloss black around the AC vents, but that aluminum just elevates the whole feel. Look at how you got the soft material all the way around. And then guess what? We have that nice size infotainment system. You're looking at over 10 inches of visual pleasure. I guess the one zonk is still not a touchscreen. You can touch it, but it doesn't do anything. But you can use that interface pad, which Acura is very proud of. And I'll be honest, once you use it, it's actually not that difficult. We have, for 2022, wireless Apple CarPlay, wireless Android Auto. I'm using the Precision Touchpad interface right now. And like I said, because I've been behind the wheel of Acura products, it really gets easy very quickly. We got Amazon Alexa for model year 2022 in this RDX, and then the modes, which use that dynamic mode selector knob. And look at this. Of course, we have normal, we got comfort. Look at the graphics. Looks like Gran Turismo. Snow. Let's go build a snowman, or maybe get some snowballs and throw them at somebody. Put a couple rocks inside those snowballs. My favorite, you know how we're gonna do it, is sport. And guess what? What they did was they tweaked all of the different modes to give you a distinct personality between them. Throw it into reverse. Nice clear on the backup camera. You got your 360. I just wish it took up a little bit more of that screen real estate there. But the resolution is spot on the money, and that's a welcome touch. And then to get back to where we started, there we are with navigation. 1, 2, 3. Plus, remember, you could adjust the right side of the screen separately from the left. I think that's a nice feature. Now, gloss black, not too crazy, but you do have physical buttons to get into the AC. On our advanced spec, we have ventilated seats, heated steering wheel. There's our dynamic mode selector knob, nice aluminum finish to it. This is gonna allow us to select through our 10-speed automatic transmission. Nice silver touch. It's a little gloss black heavy here, but nothing too crazy. There's that interface pad. It's not a mouse pad, it's an interface pad. You visualize the screen here and you touch exactly where you want to on the screen, right there on the pad. But wait, underneath, what do we got? We got storage, wireless charging, and enough space for probably, I would say, 3 Twinkies to keep it safe. You got your 12 volt, and new, we have the USB-C, that faster charging system. I like the palm rest here. Really gives you a nice place to put your hand. More of that aluminum style finish, and watch this. Easy peasy sliding action. You got a USB and a spot for a Snickers bar, 2 cup holders. Lift this up, and then easily I could put, I would say, 2, maybe 3 bananas in there. We're trying to be healthy here in Santa Monica. Probably put 3 bananas. We got an updated key fob. And here's the great news. Let me spin it around. You see those small LED lights at the top there? You could do remote start from a quarter mile away, and the lights will signify that the car has started up for you. It will run for 10 minutes, then you could run it again for another 10 minutes, and that's gonna come in handy for people that live in those super cold climates. Look at the silver touch. Real materials, loving this key fob. Very, very sexy key fob. And then the seats, just as sexy. Orchid white, the piping, the Alcantara, the stitch work, full electric assist for the passenger and the driver. And we have that standard full-length panoramic sunroof in this A-Spec Advanced package setup. Easy to use, nice one-touch finish. And it just closes all the way. Look, Mom, no hands. Closes up. But why don't you come over here to the business end? I want to show you behind this NSX-inspired steering wheel in our RDX. All right, guys, here we are, business time, behind the wheel of this RDX. Now, down below, you're going to get that nice aluminum sill plate with the A-Spec badging. And then, of course, in our A-Spec, you're getting that perfect pedal box, nice aluminum dead pedal, brake pedal, and throttle. When it comes to seat controls, it's easy to get to. You got 2 memory seat settings. I'm 6 feet tall, plenty of headroom in here. And then the steering wheel, like I said, plucked right out of the Acura NSX, flat bottom wheel. You got the A-Spec badge, 2 different styles of leather, paddles on the back of the steering wheel to go up and down that 10-speed automatic transmission, manual tilting and telescoping steering wheel, and then the dash. I don't mind the analog gauges. They look great. Nice aluminum finish, LED red lit up display. You could scroll through a whole cornucopia of information, including they updated the digital speedometer in the center, made it larger. You got a boost gauge and a G meter, and we have a nice large head-up display to give you all the readouts. But why don't we go ahead, let's get in the back seat and see how your passengers are going to enjoy this RDX. All right, guys, here we are, backseat time in this RDX A-Spec. And you know what? You're getting some great room. I'm 6 feet tall still. I got plenty of headroom. Backs of the seats, I'm not really digging the plastic, but I get why parents like it because it's easy to clean your kids' boogers off the back of this. You do have nice large pockets for a couple bags of turkey jerky. And then look what we got, a nice little command center, AC vents, 2 USB-Cs, and we have heated seats but no ventilated seats. That's a little bit bummer at this price point. Plenty of leg room. The seats don't slide, so let me know how you feel about that in the comment section. But like I said, the actual style and the quality is there. Flip it down, you got a Charmin soft armrest with 2 cup holders. Flip it back, we're gonna get into that cargo area and see what we could haul in our RDX. All right, guys, time to get into the cargo area. Obviously very important on any size SUV. Now, with our 2022 RDX, you do have the ability to open it up without any hands, that keyless entry. But what we're gonna do is actually push the button the good old-fashioned way. Nice electric assist. What are you greeted to? You're greeted to 29.5 cubic feet of space. Nice and wide, nice and tall. You have some aluminum finish here because we know that your kids are not gonna lift their gear out of the back. They're gonna drag it. This will take a better beating. We have a wonderful area for a gallon of jungle juice. I don't know if you drank jungle juice as a kid. I know I did. It was that off-brand Hawaiian Punch. You also have a 12 volt. Since we're at the beach here in Santa Monica, you could inflate those kids' toys that they're gonna take into the water very easily. And then guess what? If this is not enough room, you can magically make more room. Alakazam, 1, 2, 3. Now we just took our cargo space. We went from about 29.5 cubic feet of space to a little over 58 cubic feet of space. Nice flat loading floor. You could get that 50-gallon drum of Costco ketchup in there and the rest of your Costco goodies. But here's another little fun treat. Since we're here at the beach, Lori and I brought our fishing rods from Florida. We're gonna do a little bit of casting when we're done filming here. But guess what? Acura thought about people who do some extra things like that. You lift this up, you got a wonderful storage compartment. Fill it up with ice. The fish that we catch, we're gonna put back here. And I know you're probably saying, well, Joe, what about when the ice melts? Does that mean you're gonna get a straw and suck out all the fish juice? No, Acura has thought about this. Look at the engineering. Drain plug right in the bottom. All of that goo will come out. I just advise, make sure wiping it down and then just like a famous Ginsu knife commercial. But wait, there's more. Lift it up, you have a storage area for all those Trader Joe snacks, the salted almonds, the mango, the hot mango spicy slices, and $2 chuck, and you're ready to rock and roll. But since we're talking about rocking, and we're definitely talking about rolling, if you're ready, I'm ready. Let's go roll on throttle in our 2022 RDX. All right, guys, we're in this 2022 Acura RDX A-Spec, now with the advanced package. I like the simple touches that they do, like when you adjust your seat, like I'm adjusting the driver's seat right now, it shows up on the screen what I'm doing. It's things like that that are really well thought out, so that you're not really fumbling with the buttons. You can look at the screen and see what's happening. Now, that 10.25-inch screen may not seem like it's very large. I think it's a great size, great height. It does not interfere with your visibility whatsoever. And the way that Acura designs seats, especially up front, they're comfortable, they're supportive, and now that they're ventilated, I feel fantastic in this warm day here at Santa Monica, California. But going down the road, we're in sport mode. You can feel the difference for sure when it comes to throttle sensitivity, when it comes to how the transmission behaves with the engine. But let me do a quick on throttle. On throttle, here we go. Drops down and we are off and running. You are getting no real turbo lag, to be honest with you. If you notice, when it dropped down, it actually, we were off and running. Once the transmission dropped down, that 10-speed automatic shifts very, very well. And there was no sign of boost lag, which is great. And that's why, even though the engine is the Type R engine in this RDX, it is tuned specifically for RDX duty. But going down the road here, Sunset Boulevard, just really, really nice flow. Steering feel, of course, you go into sport mode, it's gonna have a little bit different steering sensation and the weight of the steering. And that's one thing, whether you're driving a Honda or an Acura product, they take a lot of time in the engineering, in the feedback coming to the steering wheel. And I'm telling you right now, this is a steering wheel that you're gonna wanna hold on to the whole time you're driving. Not only from a safety standpoint, but because it feels good. I really, really like the thickness on the 10 and 2 notches, the flat black on the buttons. And even though it doesn't have a full digital display, does not bother me one bit. The analog gauges look sexy, have that aluminum appearance, and the red LED lighting to tie it all in. And on top of that, a head-up display, which I'm noticing has some large digital numbers with the speed limit, so you can see what your speed is and also know what the speed limit is on top of that. But let's do another brief on throttle. This time we're going to go from a dead stop. Nobody behind us. On throttle, here we go. So you're getting that nice quick shifts, smooth shifts from the 10 speed, and that's really allowing you to take advantage of the power delivery in this vehicle. Visibility is great. You got those boomerang style design in that hood to give you great visual reference points for when you're parking or for when you're driving. And then everywhere you're touching, very, very nice soft finishes that look downright fantastic. I think another thing that really we need to focus on is quietness in the cabin. Across the whole range of vehicles, they did add more sound deadening, thicker carpet. When you go A-Spec Advanced, you're actually getting acoustic glass for the front passenger and driver, but also for the rear passengers as well. That's gonna give you a 30% increase in the sound quality on the interior of the vehicle, especially when you're listening to that ELS Studio 3D sound system, getting that nice clear audio. And I know there's a lot of people at Acura that are audiophiles that just really love developing a great sound system for you to enjoy while you're going about your commute. Safety features, you're getting more standard safety features. I love the fact that when you're cruising at a slow speed through a parking lot, It allows you to have that emergency brake assist, which is great. And then of course the blind spot monitoring and everything else. But look at how this RDX really holds a line nicely all the way through the bend. Super smooth. And the brakes feel fantastic as well. And the great news is, even though we're in sport mode, you're not getting your internal organs shaken up. You're actually feeling really good. Guys, here we go. On throttle, up the hill. That super handling all-wheel drive, keeping us planted. Love the way they have developed that system. It's the 4th generation of the super handling all-wheel drive. And just allows you to hold the line very effectively. And when you accelerate on throttle from a dead stop, it really, even on a turn, allows you to just grip. It's a proactive system, not retroactive. So what we mean by that is that it doesn't wait for slip to happen. It's just all grip all the time. And using the thumb wheel controller here, I could actually scroll through and bring up the all-wheel drive delivery so that it shows on the system here. So I can bring up my tire pressure, and then there's the super handling all-wheel drive. It actually shows the power being sent to the 4 corners of this vehicle. But look at this, really nice, really smooth. I like the way in sport mode how it holds that gear just long enough so you could go back on throttle. And then you have the visibility to see those vehicles that are peeking out, that are about to pull out in your path, and allow you to be as safe as possible as well. That's very important to Acura. But driving through the streets of Santa Monica, something a little different than what we see normally here on Raiti's Rides. Hopefully this gave you a great overall feel of what changes have been made for 2022. We're gonna wrap this one up and get back to where it all started, at the beach. So I'll see you in a split second. Guys, it's been one fun time here in Santa Monica, California. Definitely want to thank the whole Acura team for allowing Raiti's Rides access to this refresh updated 2022 RDX A-Spec in my favorite color, Apex Blue. Let me know what you think. Has Acura done enough to make this the choice to keep on coming when you're looking for that compact, sporty, luxury SUV? Or are you gonna go with the refresh 2022 BMW X3? Let me know which way you wanna have your X, with a number or with some letters with the RDX. Put it in that comment section. Curious to see what you think. But if you wanna keep seeing this kind of stuff and you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button before you're on your way out. If you are part of the Raiti's Rides family, thank you for your fantastic support. If you want to help us keep making great content just for you on the channel, click the link in the description. Get yourself some Raiti's Rides merch. Gotta give it to the muscle behind the lens. She's working it like a champ no matter where we are in the world. Thank Lori in that comment section for her hard work. Thank you, Lori, for all that you do. And just like always, guys, I'll see you on the next ride.